On Sunday night, the Duke of Sussex candidly opened up on the fractured relationship he has with his father and brother along with the difficulties he faced with the British press. During their chat, he made strong allegations against the palace and accused them of often briefing the media. Speaking to Tom in his exclusive interview, Harry claimed that when a royal source is mentioned in an article, it isn't coming from an unknown person. He commented that stories about his family come from the palace itself, which will brief the press, covering tracks by remaining as an unknown source. On Monday's installment of This Morning, host Philip Schofield asked royal expert Camilla Tominey how briefings work within the royal family. Although she revealed she wouldn't share her sources of information, Camilla commented that Harry is speaking about every story emanating from the palace. Harry reveals his father's desperate plea as he stood between warring sons. Prince Harry's hotly anticipated book Spare is due to be released in days, and already explosive details have emerged. Near the beginning of the book, Prince Harry recounted a heated conversation between himself, Prince William, and a desperate King Charles, then the Prince of Wales. She told the This Morning duo there are certain situations and events where a huge crowd of external people could be present and therefore responsible for a leak. Speaking about the claims stories get leaked via the palace, Camilla said, "This has never in my entire career, God I wish it had, phoned me up and said, I've got a story for you. We hear stuff and find stuff out and try to pin it down." However, she did share that occasionally, press members are taken out for lunch for specific briefings. Camilla added that the King's news spokesman recently took her and a few colleagues out to discuss what the plan was for the upcoming year. She said, "I'm there, as you can imagine, saying, can you tell me a bit more about Charles' relationship with Harry? Do you think Harry and Meghan will come to the coronation?" She added, "I get stonewalled most of the time, this is the irony of all this. At the time of negative publicity, do you know what the palace press office was doing? They were phoning me and trying to deny most of these stories." Shocked that the palace called the press over articles, Camilla admitted they get in touch if they believe something wrong has been written. She continued, "The point is, people are being extremely naive, Harry included, if he thinks that everything comes from the palace." Robert Hardman's written a piece in the Mail today to say that the suggestion about Camilla and that she briefed the first conversation with William. Actually what happened was, one of her assistants discussed it with her husband, who then discussed it during a tennis match with somebody who worked with Murdoch and it ended up in The Sun. The royal expert then touched on Harry denying accusing his family of being racist, following comments made in his 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey, as he suggested it was a press invention. At the time, the royal couple mentioned there had been concerns from a family member, who they didn't name, over the color of their son Archie's skin. Camilla slammed anybody who watched the Oprah interview, as she stared at Meghan telling her about the color of the skin, interpreted that as a claim that the family were racist. Harry then says in another breath, "Silence is abuse, you got to call out interpretations in the press when they're wrong." If he didn't think that, he meant that the royal family were racist when the press covered it as racist, and William is there having to say, "We're not a racist family." Why didn't they step forward and say, "Sorry, we didn't mean they were racist"? They just left it for months. This Morning continues weekdays on ITV from 10 a.m.